Hi guys, Gary from Screams and Thrills here. So, very busy day today for us here at Screams and Thrills. We have had our team member Elizabeth pop over to the Hoppins and get a bit of film from there with a bit of an update. So this footage was captured by Elizabeth at around about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. I was busy over at Catterick pulling down William Carey's caterpillar, so Elizabeth headed on over to the Hoppins to get a quick update for yourselves. So as you can see from this footage, there's been a couple of food stalls being brought into place. Not much more to see than what was in the previous video. As you can see in this footage, we've got a closer view of some of the food units. Look like some sweet stalls. Always a good staple at a fun fair, the sweet stalls. And then as we pan around, you can see off in the distance that there's been no movement on William Carey's ghost train. Nothing else has changed other than a couple of caravans being pulled on. As we can see here, we've got Stokes Catering with the Sweets of Yesteryear stall. There's a number of them stalls dotted around the ground, as we've seen. And we have Skydance, the base platform set up, the loads pulled into place. Nothing else really changed with Freeman's Waltzer. Looks to be complete. Really looking forward to getting back on that ride. And we've got a couple more catering units in position. Got a coffee house. It's lovely how they've actually made the design into the shape of a house. And then next to that we have another catering unit. Not too sure what that one is at the moment. Still pretty folded up. And we've got what looks like a curry stand. Katsu chicken curry. Sounds interesting. It's good to see different types of food at these fairs, not just your usual hot dogs and burgers and chips. There's now a whole variety of different food outlets, and of course there'll be the feast street as well, which is a whole area just dedicated to food, and it's got a lot of street food from different areas. So as you can see, we've still got quite a big open space to be filled up, which no doubt that'll get filled pretty quick. And we appear to have our first completed ride, which is Vortex, the roundup. Looking complete. And a lot of these rides do look like they've started to be completed. And we have the Sweet Express, again another sweet stall. And then we have Terence Reeves with his ice jet starting to get built up. Lovely machine. Cannot wait to see what Terence has in store for us this year, and if he's added any more extras to it. And as we move off down the grounds, again, still lots of empty open areas to be filled. I can imagine within the next couple of days that'll be really quick to fill up. We've got side stall pulled in. Very unusual looking side stall. Another catering unit. And we've got another unit to the side here, which I'm not too sure what that is at the moment. Let's have a little look as she zooms in. Could it be a catering unit or is it a side stall? It would appear to be a side stall, shooting gallery. It's an interesting shaped side stall. Looks like we've got some more side stalls set up in the distance. Jamaica XXL Miami is starting to be built up. So let's take a closer look at the Jamaica XXL Miami. One of the largest travelling Miamis. Still quite a bit of work to do to it. But coming along nicely. So as we move down, we can see that Robinson's Tagada started to be set up by the looks of it. It's been decoupled from the tractor unit. Got a new side stall. Not much else. And on the other side we have the Extreme, which I believe is Crow's old one. That's a 6-arm Extreme. And next to that we have the new Loop Fighter, which is Psycho. Juvenile Ride, not too sure what that one is. Let's have a better look at Psycho. They're making good progress. Still haven't put the beer box in place yet. Got yet more side stalls pulled in, getting set up. So we've got a hooker duck folded up. And Crow's Energy Cell Malta, nearing completion. And next to that we've got Booster Max, starting to get set up. And then we have some more side stalls. on the opposite side to boost the max and exciter. I'm surprised there's only one booster so far. So you can see we've got a Kentucky Derby. And it looks like we've got Alan Crow's Dodgems starting to be set up. Still no change in exciter. So this is roughly around about your halfway point now. Yeah, we've got Alan Crow's Dodgems starting to set up. A few catering units at the end. A couple of the side stalls, side games. Another hooker duck. Popular. And myself has been over to Catterick to pull down William Carey Jr.'s Caterpillar coaster, and with our dedication to bringing you the latest updates here at the Hoppins, I've came straight over from Catterick straight over to the Hoppins. So I shall, without further ado, spin the camera around and show you the latest updates. So straight from Catterick straight to Newcastle Town Moor to the Hoppins. Let's see what new updates there is. So straight away we can see there's a lot more catering units pulled on. So let's have a quick look. It is quite late on, so I'm not expecting to see much activity. It's like 25 to 10. So it looks like we're going to have a set of swings there. Looks like a food stall. Maybe that is there. And we have William Carey's ghost train off in the distance there. So yeah, we've got Amy Dantas there. No changes to that. Let's have a little look at Skydance, which I found out is owned by a couple of showmen. I think there's about 3 showmen that own it, which create one company, so to speak. We've got some more food outlets. No more movement on Freeman's Waltz, but then again they have just been over at Catterick Freeman's, so I can imagine from tomorrow they're going to be starting to continue work on that. So we've got the base, that looks good, for Skydance all set up. And it looks like the third load, sorry, is being pulled around. A lot more has changed since yesterday, and I can imagine it's just going to continue being thick and fast that they're coming in. So we've got a new arrival here as well, which, let's have a look what that is. Looks like it could be another funhouse possibly. Yeah, looks like another fun house. Again, not too sure who owns that one. Some of these rides are a bit difficult to identify when they're folded up. Then we've got another caterpillar. Caterpillar coaster all built up. So there's going to be 3 caterpillar coasters this year, I believe. We've got Vortex fully set up. Just a roundup. And we've got some work started on Ice Jet. The platforms and that starting to be put in place. Yes, I don't think Crash Test is coming to the Hoppins this year. I think that is just being used for the pay box for this caterpillar. And off in the distance we've got a rotor, which I believe is Freeman's possibly. It looks like could be a hooker duck possibly, or a side stall certainly. Avery Danter's Magic Mouse coaster, all set up and complete. Some people might say we're mad from travelling all the way from Catterick straight up to here just to bring you more updates, but as the Hoppins build-up progresses, it is going to be fast-paced, that it's going to be getting built up now. We have already heard that Wilmot's Air Raid is arriving on Wednesday, so that'll be good to see. So we have the Jamaican Extreme XXL Miami starting to be set up. We've got a hook duck stall set up, more side stalls, pulling into position. A little bit of movement on Robinson's Tagada, not much though. More food units in place. And then we've got the Extreme that pulled on last minute, which is by Nathan Smith, which I believe is Dan Crow's old 6R Extreme. So it's nice to see that back at the Hoppins. Then we've got Juvenile pulled into position as well. And we've got Alex Crow's Psycho now pulled into position and start to be set up. And it's got its backflash trailer behind. We made good progress on that. And we've got the Psycho pay box to go into position. Then we've got more side games. And another hooker duck. Then we've got Crow's Energy Storm Waltzer. Almost complete. Just needing the cars, the lighting system and sound system put into place. And then we've got Booster Max being built up. Starting to get built up in between Exciter and Energy Storm. That'll be interesting to see in operation. Yeah, we've got Dan Crow's Exciter. We've got another Kentucky Derby. Here we've got Philip Cooper's Crazy Cottage, I believe. And I've got some more side stalls set up. All in has got his dodgems starting to be built up. Big wheel complete. We've got another hooker duck stall. And then on the other side we have another fun house, which is another Bavarian fun house. So that's 2 Bavarian fun houses, and Jack's prize bingo has returned for another year. And then we've got Littlehurst's Super Bob set up. I think that was all folded down yesterday, now it's pretty much complete. And we've got a score over 3 to win. Yeah, we've got a crazy Bavarian funhouse. Like I said in previous vlogs, there is a number of different Bavarian fun houses. So I'm not too sure who owns this one. And then we've got another caterpillar coaster. So this is the 3rd caterpillar coaster. I know one of these caterpillar coasters is Stokes, but if I'm honest, when you've seen them that many times, they all start to look very similar. So I'm not 100% sure whose this one is. I thought it was Stokes, but if I'm honest, I'm not 100% sure now. I'm starting to more think the one further down might be. So we'll continue down. And it looks like we've got a mega slide. Again, another attraction which is quite hard to identify. And we've got another side stall. Looks like there could be like grabbers, maybe prize grabbers. Some more prize every time stalls. Another hooker duck. Still no movement with this Super Bowl, which it's still unclear whose it is. Some people are saying it's Clark's. I'm not 100% sure. I don't recognise the truck as being one of Clark's. But I could be wrong. Someone said that Clark has had his cars redone recently. But until it starts building up, we won't really know. I guess we've got a pay box of some sort, possibly for the Super Bowl, which does look very reminiscent of Clark's, if I'm honest. Let's have another wander down. We've got more side stalls, more food outlets. We do have some activity coming up as well. So we'll go and have a look at that. Crow's spinning coaster set up. So this is heading towards the bottom end of the fair now. You've got a food unit being moved into position. And we've got a new addition as well, which is a set of gallopers. So let's have a look at them. It's very interesting how these gallopers pack away. Yeah, this is the usual set of gallopers, I believe. Traditional rides. Very interesting truck. Victorian galloping horses. Again, an old Foden. Some bungee trampolines, whether they get set up or not, I'm not too sure. More food outlets next to the lighthouse slip, heading towards the entrance portal. You usually find a lot of food outlets near the entrance portals. And nothing in the little holding area other than some welfare units which are still parked up, and also the fencing. So we won't bother going all the way down to there. We have a food unit and a juvenile parked up, which is a swinging pirate ship. Parked up and waiting. And a very long living trailer. It's an interesting looking living trailer. So yeah, there's a view back towards what I would like to call the traditional fairground area, with your lighthouse slip and your carousel, or gallopers as it's properly called. And then we have the ghost train. We've got another attraction pulling in, which I believe is some sort of, could be bumper cars, or it could be an inflatable. We've got a mini Miami in position next to ghost train. Looks like we still got Alan Crow's two juveniles parked up at the side, whether they're getting set up or not, I'm not 100% sure. Sweets of yesteryear, my Stokes event catering. They have quite a few of these sweet outlets dotted around the ground. And we finally have the runaway train set up. So now it's unfolded. Let's see if we can identify whose this one is. Yeah, not too sure whose this one is. And then fresh from Catterick Racecourse as well, we have Stephen Hill and Sons Miami Trip 3. the second wagon for Seastorm. We have a Racerama and a trampoline play centre. So it looks like Seastorm is getting set up in this position this year. Bit of a change. Again, Seastorm comes in on 2 loads, one with the main body of the ride and one with the cars. And you've got Alan Crow's inflatables still in the parked up at the side. And no movement yet on Robinson's Sizzler. And we have Spooky Towers, Haunted House with Gilbert Chadwick Senior next to them with his funhouse, one of the oldest showmen on the ground. Yeah, very interesting funhouse, all folds into one truck. And then we've got Robinson's Dodgems. We've got the other truck now with the cars in. And we've got the Dodgem body dropped onto the ground, ready to be pulled out and set up. More food outlets. Got a pay box for something. Still some empty spaces, but like I say, there's still more rides to come. No movement on the Helter Skelter yet. Then we've got Terence Reeves' Magic Circus Funhouse, pretty much complete. Just some last minute bits to install. That's probably why he's now making headway on IceJet. Then we've got the New York Grill. Another food outlet which is very popular and very common on most Northeast fun fairs. And I do stand corrected, the runway mandarin we've seen further down is actually a separate one. This is the one that's been here a little while, next to Toy Set Juveniles, Toy Set Carousel Juveniles. And that is your other entrance portal. Just there. Still no movement on this fenced off area. So still not too sure what is going to be going there, if anything. It's a bit unusual. The only other thing I can think of is unless this could be the Feast Street maybe? There's markings on the ground indicating where things can go, so it's not even a case of the ground is unsuitable to build on, so they fenced it off. Let's see how that pans out. So yeah, we've got a little bit of movement with this runway mine train. Not fully sure whose it is. And then we've got WR Craddock Amusements pulled in with some, looks like trampolines. And then we've got more smaller traditional gallopers. Juvenile ride. We're not really that big on juvenile rides. We don't really know who owns a lot of juveniles. But if anyone does know who owns some of these juveniles, by all means, feel free to leave comments. Looks like we've got another food outlet waiting to be put into place, possibly. Then we've got a monster trucks, juvenile ride. And then it looks like we've got another runaway train. So that'll be 3 runaway trains at the Hoppins this year. This one's started to be set up. So here's a look at the 3rd runaway train. It's been started to be set up. Yeah, not too sure who owns this one. Then we've got the Moose Bar, which seems to be open for business. Leisure. We've got more side games set up at the sides. Most of your side stalls will be running along the sides. Might be the odd few dotted around in the middle, such as your hooker ducks and score over a certain number to win, stuff like that. But most of the longer ones are going to be set up along the sides. Looks like a particularly long, interesting side stop. So far we only have 2 ghost trains at the moment. However, I do believe Philip Cooper may possibly be bringing his. And I've heard a rumour that Jamie Whiting may be bringing his as well. So we'll see if they turn up. And we've got another juvenile ride, fire truck ride. So just pulled in at the side. A lot of these are just pulled in and just parked up for now. And we head back down towards the Magic Mouse. Lots more living trailers pulled in. And then we have off in the distance there the Caterpillar coaster, which we've just pulled down at Catterick Racecourse. That's William Carey Jr.'s Caterpillar. That's going to be getting set up here as well. So that'll be a 3rd Caterpillar. We've got another side game. So yeah, lots of activity been going on today. And we've got something very interesting looking here. Could that be the zip line? Possibly. In which case, if it is, that's not what's going in the fenced off area, which is what I originally thought. Oh, and we've got Freeman's rotors pulled into position next to the funhouse, in between the funhouse and the Caterpillar that's set up. that's the caterpillar coaster that we helped build up and pull down. And that's Will and Kerry Jr.'s mini ski jump, also called the Clockwork Coaster, which is his juvenile, which we helped to operate. And the rest of the Crazy Caterpillar load. The juvenile isn't getting set up at the Hoppins this year, that's being used elsewhere. Let's have a wander down, see what else is here. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be, yeah, this is the zip line, as it says there. So what exactly is going on in that fenced off area, I have no idea. My next thought is it's going to be the Feast Street area, possibly. Yeah, we've got the zip line going here. Bit of an unusual one for a fun fair. Then we've got the Bavarian Funhouse, which was originally getting set up. Which is still to be completed. And then we head on back to Freeman's Waltzer and Air and William Carey Jr.'s Ghost Train. So yeah, lots of changes happening today, and as I've said before, these changes will be coming thick and fast now as the opening of the Hoppins grows ever closer. Just a little overview of how it's looking so far. So yes, that's everything for today. It's been a very busy day for us today here at Screams and Thrills. I will hopefully try and get both yesterday's vlog and today's vlog out as soon as possible. I've been asked a few times when vlog number 4 is going to be out. I've been trying to upload it all day and it's been having none of it. So I will try when I get back home and have a more stable internet connection, and hopefully by the time you watch this vlog, both 4 and this one, which is number 5, will be out. So yeah, this is vlog number 5, so it's our 5th day of build up, but it's actually the 6th day of pull on and build up for the Hoppins. So yeah, it's been busy. So as always, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Any comments you may have, put down below, and share with your friends, share with Facebook groups if you wish, and we'll see you in the next one.